Hola, what's happening? Only the strong survive, people. Lead that. Only the strong survive out here in this world. And we all just struggling and striving to stay alive. Only the strong will survive. I think it's something like that. I don't know if I got the right one. Shit, that might be the Donna Summer version or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let me rearrange this. That wouldn't work. Yeah, sometimes, man, you have to realize that people do some dumb stuff. Really dumb. And unfortunately, not all the times. You know, it goes more than one way. Because I'm thinking about the lady that shot the girl in the car. Even if she did something dumb, it might have been an innocent dumb, just an innocent regular mistake that anybody make, cutting somebody off on purpose or on accident. Maybe you misjudge, whatever. You know, nobody's perfect. That shit happens. As long as there's no accident, shit, get over it. Take some breaths. Get over that shit, man. You know, it ain't worth getting in no road rage and now you in prison, you know, for however long. And she did it in front of kids, so it's even more of the thing. But I'm saying, like, in that case, definitely two wrongs don't make no right. Because even if she had swerved and cut off on purpose and flipped the finger at her, as long as, even if it was an accident, it ain't nothing to shoot her for. You know, you handle it how people handle things like that, man. That's easy. That's an easy resolve without getting violent or anything like that. You know, no argument required. But it's a lot of things. Well, I guess, but people catch you on the wrong day, and I guess that was the wrong day for her, for whatever that happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, dead men tell no tales. No, I don't think she killed her. I think she shot her in the face. She didn't die. So, and somebody else was there. So there's witnesses. Maybe I have to look more into the story, but I don't really know the details of what happened to make her feel that that was the course of action to take. But even just now, while I'm saying that, I guess I'm just thinking and realizing we just got to be careful. Only the strong will survive on all kind of ways, all kind of fronts. Strong mind, strong to just let shit go. Say stuff when it's worth saying, and stand up for yourself when it's worth it, and know when to stand the fuck down, man. Standing up when it's time to stand down, well, it could be honorable. You could go out and be a martyr or whatever. Maybe that is the most honorable thing to do. I don't know. You know, I suppose it depends on the situation. You have to weigh it out. Yeah, but just now, it was some dudes on their bike blocking the bathroom. But there's plenty of room to walk around in the grass, in the dirt, right? Well, it's a little inconvenience. It wasn't super wet. There was more dirt than grass, so it wasn't dewy. It's early in the morning. A lot of this grass is dewy. So I just went around them both times. They're still standing there. And it's just funny the way it worked. They're standing there, and that's the universe, huh? Ain't nobody on this trail barely, man. I barely seen anybody on this trail today. This time of the morning. See them dudes at the bathroom. And I go in, this is crazy, you know, what the fuck? Bathroom story. I go in, use the bathroom, you know, walk around them, go in, use the bathroom, come out, they're still standing there. You know, I took my time, shit, it's only so much time you can taking a leak, you know? So, come out, they're still standing in the same spot, on their bike, in front of the bathroom, on the pavement part, just blocking the way, right? And I'm looking, you know, and I even look as I walk away, like this, till I walk out of sight of them. I couldn't see them no more. Maybe I could see me out the corner of their eye or whatever, but they didn't look my way. So it's like, in a minute, I walk off, now they riding away from the bathroom. So I could have said something. I could have joked it or whatever, but you don't know how everybody's going, that's why I stopped being so jokeful. I used to be one that told jokes all the time and joke with people, but sometimes you can be harsh, and I think I hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I got to know how to toe the line. But that's, hey, look what happened to Chris Rock. Fuck, and he's a professional comedian, right? So who am I? Wow. Who am I to not be able to toe the line? Dude snuck up on me out of nowhere. I guess I gotta watch my back a little bit better than that, huh? Right when I'm talking about some shit that I'm talking about, and there it is again. There's barely anybody out here, and just when I'm talking about some sensitive shit, there goes somebody walking up on me up out the fucking blue, and I'm not aware of it. I need to hold the phone like this more often so I can see a full view of what's behind me. But I remember seeing him going up, and I forgot that he was gonna have to pass me again, or when he gonna pass me or whatever. Man, who cares though? I'm putting it on here, so it's not like it's not for public consumption. So anyway, dude is a professional comedian. Who the fuck am I to be able to gauge, my level of hurting someone's feelings or whatever, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Timing. Things happen. Look, it did it again. Timing. Things happen, and you be at the right time at the right place a lot of times, and sometimes you be at the right time at the wrong place at the right. You know what I'm saying? It's your reaction to it. It's how you react to it. Like, yeah, I could have said, excuse me, or politely, any kind of way. As polite as possible. Excuse me. Let me get by y'all guys. They would have had to move, but I ain't say shit. It's just, like the rudeness of it all. And then it makes you question things. These are like two Hispanic dudes, I think. But how, everybody hates black people. So, and everybody's racist. And how racist are you? It's always a question in my mind when I see people. And when I see them doing that, if you don't tell me you're an ally, bitch, you're an enemy. You're Agent Smith. If you don't clearly outline that you're not Agent Smith, I'm not an agent, and you still might be an agent, bitch, then you're an agent. Point blank, period. If you don't tell me I'm not with that bullshit, you with that bullshit. If you're other than black, because y'all black too. If you're other, if you're a non-white person of color, y'all black too. But you may not claim it. You may be one in denial. Some in denial. Some know their heritage and are proud of it and claim it and represent and all that. And some trying to assimilate and think they're gonna be accepted by the white man, and therefore, the whole thing. The more they hate black people, the more closer they are to being white, including black people. And I was just saying that shit, at least to myself, because they had some kind of incident. With the school bus, with the lacrosse team, and the black sheriff. Man, if you're a black sheriff over a bunch of white people, Motherfucker, that don't mean shit. I keep saying these people in these positions, in these political positions and positions of authority and thing, man, that don't mean a motherfucking thing. They only in that position because they gonna do the same thing that the other guy was gonna do, but at the very least, they got to do exactly the same thing the other guy was gonna do, but they can get away with 10 times more worse shit just because they black. So he could say that just because he black, all the officers on the scene was white, and just because he black, he could say that it had nothing to do with race. And well, in some people's mind, well, shit, they got a black sheriff. How could it be? How could they be racist? The fuck out of here. He could be racist, and most likely he is. Most likely he's just a representative. He's a puppet. The hand up his ass. The public's hand is up his ass. And whatever works for them, works for him. He harder on us than than they are. Please. The fuck out of here. He like that motherfucker from Milwaukee. That bitch. Those black people are just tokens, man. They puppets. They only in that position for the look. They ain't doing shit else, including y'all boy, our boy. He was my boy, Barack. And it's still a good look as an ex-president walking around. He's a cool motherfucker and all that shit. I give him all that. And fuck. In a way, it's better to have had him there. But understand, you can't be president. My son can't be president. You can only be they all related. They all connected. He related to Bush and a bunch of them, So those presidents are connected. Now, how Trump got in? Well, he is white. Maybe he's an outlier. Maybe there are a couple of outliers. I can't say exactly, man. I ain't did the research on that. That bitch might be related to him too, though, when you boil down to it. I haven't heard that, but I wouldn't doubt it. So it's only a look, and it can't serve no real purpose. Matter of fact, if anything, well, I don't know, like, if it end up doing more damage than good, but you got the look and appearance of having people in positions of power, but they're not actually in power, they more inferior than anything. They got to do damage. They got to do damage to the black community, to the so-called minority community. The more damage, the better. They got to lock up more people. They got to make the law stricter, be harder on crime, harder on drugs, harder on the people, not the crime. Why is the crime? Motherfucker ain't just a thief to be a thief. But anyway, because they feel that they have to do that. And man, maybe to an extent some people do. Like Aladdin shit. What was Aladdin doing? Stealing fruit and shit, huh? He was just stealing to eat. He was on the streets. When you're on the streets, you gotta do what you gotta do. But doing what you gotta do, there's way more. The fuck? There's way more than one way to skin the cat, though, There's more than one way to skin a cat. That's a fact. So, I'm talking about all of that's relevant. We got to keep our cool, though. You can only do things that you can do something about. That's worth it. Pick your battles. Yeah, man, am I contradicting myself? I don't know, No, don't let nothing slide. But pick your battles, man. You can't be walking around humbugging with everybody for every little fucking thing. Shit that's insignificant. You can go around. Maybe even getting your feet wet. I don't know. If I had on new shoes, fuck, man, I got on old. If I show you these shoes, these bitches, I put on the wrong shoes accidentally. Like, it don't matter walking around the house, but I don't. These more like work shoes. They got paint on them, holes in them and shit. It don't really matter. I don't want to get my feet wet now. Because, you know, the way they make most shoes nowadays, them bitches just damn near cloth, you know, walking on cloth. So they'll get wet quick through that little tiny slither of rubber or whatever the fuck. Yeah, you know, I guess at the time when I was saying that about that particular person, and just at that time, like, nah, man, I ain't letting shit slide. But you know, you got to be strategic. In a way, I ain't letting it slide. It's on my mind. I know how to handle it, and I could think of different scenarios, play that out in my head. They can move on the side, you know. Excuse me, whatever. You know, they can move on the side. I can say something sporty, some little sporty joke. Well, I guess I'm supposed to walk through the grass. You know what I mean? Like, hey, good morning. I guess I'm supposed to walk through the grass, huh, motherfuckers? You know, or something, you know, and they might laugh it off or they might get offended. I don't know. Just for an example. And then, well, I could always split this shit up, and I'm gonna have to at some point. I know a lot of y'all ain't making it to this point. Only the few and the chosen is making these far in the video when it gets kind of lengthy, you know. I know how it go, but that's okay. Like, I could split it up and do something else with it. But man, damn, that algorithm ain't all about the. I mean, I should be more concerned with it. Maybe make them all short and increase the stats and da 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 da. Maybe that's true. Okay, anyway, this could be the beginning of another video, or I could continue this. So hello, hi, I'm G1. What's happening? Peace. G1, baby. You are in the right place. Yes, welcome. So, I am working on the next room. Working on getting the whole house together, and I can still individualize that sucker out, or I can rent the whole house out. I think it may be in my best interest to keep it. I don't know for sure what's in my best interest. I'll figure it out. I'm thinking though that it might be in my best interest to keep it as individual rooms. That way, you know, like, maybe there's always one free. It'll keep people from being, you know, less likely to throw parties or whatever. I could still end up making the same type of money off it. It just might be a better controlled look as far as the neighbors and stuff. I am in the HOA, and as far as I know, I'm being sneaky, and I think a lot of people are. I'm sure 9 times out of 10, the homeowners association does not approve of anything like that. But I don't know. They could perfectly approve of it, and I just don't know, because it's not like people don't rent houses. You certainly can rent them out. So in a way, and then the way that I'm doing it, there might not be, you know, I ain't trying to take the chance other than saying it and putting it out here right now. I ain't taking the chance on, you know, I'm trying to be as low-key as I possibly can with it. So with that said, I like doing it like this and not having the whole house just being so obvious, and then I'm not there at all. If the whole house is rented, they just renting it. Unless I make the garage in my house, you know, and I could do that. I mean, get hardcore with it. Get them the house, make the garage my house, and have access to the shower and slash shit, go to the gym, get a gym membership, put my shit in storage. I don't know if that'll be worth it. Could be, it could be. Could possibly. Yeah, so getting that room in that bathroom together, which I'm gonna have to go this morning. I might take y'all on the journey with me. Because it's a documentary. It's all that. You know? It's all that. It's all that. So, you know, and that's what I had to realize. Like I said, I don't have a videographer. I'm my own fucking videographer. She's solo. She's solo, baby. And it is what it is for right now. You understand? These periods. It's just time for to make that come up. And you know, and that's what I'm saying. I got to do that more so to get that room together. Man, you know, I got to take it to that next level. That way I can do a little traveling, whatever. I'm getting my camera set up. I'm learning about them. I'm getting them set up. I got them squares, whatever the name of that shit is. And I put that one up. So, well, I ain't put it up. I got to put it up. Hey, come on. I ain't put it up yet. I got to put it up. Speak of the devil. There them bitches that just passed me on the pipe that I was talking about. Them two punk asses. I don't know. I don't want, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that in today's climate. Don't cancel me, y'all. Shit, I ain't on. It's kind of hard to get canceled, I guess. But shit, I guess you could get canceled from the ground. Yeah, so I'm going to get that. So go and get that. I guess check out some of my options. I'd like to go to the store. I need to check out some of my options. I don't know what else I need to do with that. I need to look and visualize it so I can make this happen and make it happen. Like, man, I need just to go down fast. Just saying, get this shit done, get this bathroom together, and let that be fucking wrap. You know? Alright, that's all I got for now.